It's not common for a piece of media to touch us in a way that makes us feel unique, different, not ordinary, and uncontrollably annoying. And that's normal, right? A piece of media is supposed to make us feel a certain way. And if it didn't, then it's no longer a great piece of media. It actually failed and it's now just hot garbage or a dumpster fire. And after watching Blade Runner 2049, you're supposed to feel something, right? Yeah, my hand going down your thigh, baby girl. Yeah, because, that's so hot. My hand going down your thigh to your knee area. Yeah, that's where all the hot, juicy stuff goes, right? But generally the feeling that you end up feeling after watching Blade Runner 2049 is a lot of confusion, because congratulations, now after watching Blade Runner 2049, you're starting to develop a fatal case of main character syndrome. You are now that sexy, chiseled Ryan Gosling. Let me just take a moment to, yeah, that's the stuff. And now you're living in a cyberpunk world with your loving girlfriend who is amazing, gorgeous, and loves you unconditionally, but you can't love her because you can't love yourself. And if you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love other people? And also you're depressed because, why not add that in? Main character's gotta have some level of depression, some degree of depression, or else how are you going to relate to these main characters, right? And now as your doctor, because now I'm your doctor who's also serving as a guide, going through this field of confusion, or I should say forest of confusion, who gets lost in a field, you're probably wondering now, how does Blade Runner 2049 relate to main character syndrome? How are they even coexisting together? How do they even connect? Because those are two separate things, right? 1 + 1 = 2, but these two are two different. And there's a lot of twos in that sentence. Spitting some sort of bars, right? But shh, don't worry, baby girl, okay? I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm working hard to please you, all right? So tonight, let me be the chef, okay? I got you this amazing bullshit that I'm just gonna cook up, and I'm gonna season it with all these sort of spices, okay? My first spice is gonna be opinions. My second spice is gonna be delusions, and my third spice, it's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be love, okay? Love you from the bottom of my heart, baby girl. And for my baby girls out there that haven't seen Blade Runner 2049, don't you worry, baby girls. I got you, because I care about you, and I'm also thinking about you as well. So I got you a very special spice, all right? The oversimplified, rundown versions of the movie Blade Runner 2049, because I care about you, all right? So Blade Runner 2049 is set in the future. Think cyberpunk setting. High tech, flying cars, and a lot of pollution. Because, how are we going to have a future if we don't have a lot of pollution, okay? We're humans. We're running this planet to the ground, all right? We follow our main character, hot Chad Ryan Gosling, who is an android that hunts his own kind. He's like, I don't give a fuck about family, all right? I'm all about me, myself, and I, and my hot, loving girlfriend. So I got to get this bread. Nothing personal, you just ain't me. And if you ain't me, you dead. So he hunts androids, right? He hunts androids that rebel against humans, or any androids that have a little too much emotion. If they have a bad day at work and they're just like a little too sad or a little too angry, they're like, God fucking damn it. Karen was trying to return oranges after she already ate them. She was trying to give us peeled oranges. Like, what the fuck, Karen? Well, he comes and he's like, all right, you look like you're about to rebel against humans because, humans are stupid. I'm going to have to end your ass. Because, if the androids show too much emotion in this movie, they end up thinking that they're going to rebel against humans, which, I get it, I guess, but that's a little fucked up. So ends up having to hunt down a kid who was conceived by an android and human. This is near automata type shit here, okay? This is 9S B2 fucking shit here, all right? Androids having sex with androids and making a human or some sort of thing like that. And then there's like an evil corporation that wants to take advantage of that shit because they're like, hey, if androids can make fucking babies, we're gonna make a whole bunch of babies and we're gonna sell them as sex dolls, a lot of money there, okay? Fucking cash cow money there, okay? So a lot of action happens, there's guns everywhere, Ryan Gosling being fucking dashing, handsome, sexy, shooting people, taking down names, and he's like, all right, we're down to business. And then he ends up reuniting the kid and the dad at the end because, he's good. He's like, oh, he hasn't changed of heart. He's like, oh man, these people should be together, Android kid and his dad, they should at least know each other, right? End of story. Sounds like an amazing movie, right? Like, where could I possibly think that this movie is anything less than the most underrated movie in the entire world? And fortunately, my problem with the movie isn't the movie itself. It's actually with the effect that the movie had on the internet after they stumbled upon it. Blade Runner 24 gave us a new Ramona Flowers effect, or what some people call the Scott Pilgrim effect. This is the effect where some girls would watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World and they'd see Ramona Flowers and they're like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I want to be exactly like her. And they would mimic her personality and color their hair, and they would start adopting this sort of Walmart great value version of Ramona Flowers. So now with the Ramona Flowers effect, we now have a guy version of it, and that's with my sexy chiseled man Ryan Gosling. And now there's guys out there that are trying to develop that lonely Sigma Chad who on God is trying to be an Ohio man Rizzler with a level 5 Gia. That took me a long time to say. And so what, right? I'm now the asshole who pointed that out. I'm the asshole for trying to keep the human population on track to fulfilling what the 1950s people thought we were going to have in the future. And that is mirrors that can telephone our friends and show them images of ourselves to them. They thought we were also going to have cars that look like transparent butter covers, But no, instead we developed ways to be able to change your personality at wills for shitty, underpaid writers' versions of what a depressed person would look like if they were hot. But look, we gotta think about it like this, alright? Coughing and diarrhea go hand in hand for making a common cold. So following that logic, the effect of Ramona Flowers and narcissism go hand in hand for making the most atrocious, obnoxious, unbearable person alive on the entire universe. And that is someone with the main character syndrome. And this is someone that believes that they're in their own coming of age movie while they're filming a TikTok at Walmart. Because, it's a common movie trope where the main character just spends a day or a couple days of their life going to Walmart to, bully underpaid workers while, they strive to make it to the top of the TikTok ladder. And all they have to do is step on millions upon millions of faces of underpaid workers, just so they can get a couple laughs on the internet. And you know what the irony is here? The big irony in all these YouTube edits depicting Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner 2049 as this lonely Sigma male that has a caring girlfriend, but he's just so depressed because the world just sucks and there's just so much pollution and I just can't be myself. This man right here, this gorgeous man right here, is actually a background character. What the fuck? Holy shit! Or a side character. However you want to look at it, he's not the main character. Our man Ryan Gosling goes throughout the entire film slowly believing that he's somewhat special or main character. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking different, it's whatever. Unlike our people who suffer from main character syndrome, this syndrome starts to develop when other people start telling them how special they are, And for Ryan Gosling, you have his girlfriend ear-tonguing him, telling him how much he's so special. I always knew you were special. And he ends up realizing that the memory he has are actually real human memories, Because in the movie, androids are implanted with fake, false, happy memories, but his memories are completely sad, so he has reasons to be depressed. He grew up in a fucking orphanage that looks like it's a factory, so he has nothing to smile about, right? So when he realizes that the memories are actually human memory, he's like, it's me, I'm the man who I'm hunting. I'm the kid who's half android and half human. It's gotta be me. I have the memories. Fuck, I'm hunting myself. That is some real fucking shit. And after realizing that, this is where the big middle finger happens to Ryan Gosling, okay? This is where his character is just given the biggest fuck you, you fucking thought, you fucking bitch. Because he ends up meeting the whore, the famous whore in all the edits, okay? That's not an insult. She actually is a whore, all right? She actually is a whore, so it's not an insult. I'm just saying what her occupation is, all right? So she comes back and she's like, all right, this time I know you're not gonna smile, and that's fine. I don't want you to smile, baby girl, because you know what? There's more out there. there's more than just you. But anyway, you gotta follow me. And he's like, all right, okay, I'll follow you, sure. Where are you gonna take me? So she takes him to a group of android rebels. They're like, all right, we're just trying to ditch the man. The man's like all these humans and they don't want us to feel these certain ways. But you know what? We're going to tell him, fuck you, because we actually want to feel some things. And so here he's like, all right, well, like, you know, I'm actually kind of special. The person you guys are looking for, the kid who's half android and half human, it's me. It's like, whatever. You know, I'm the fucking avatar. It's whatever. And they look at each other and like, no. Baby girl, listen, sit down because we're going to give you the real talk here. You're not special. And he's like, what are you talking about? Those memories that are implanted, baby girl, those are implanted on everybody. So the thing that makes you feel special is actually the thing that makes you like the rest of us. And then he has like a huge meltdown. He's like, what the fuck? The one thing I thought made me special is actually making me like the common bitches out there, like everybody fucking else. Now I'm going to be fucking real. That is fucking messed up. The one thing that this main character thought had him feel special was the one thing that actually made him very unspecial. The only reason he's tied to this entire events of the movie is, one, he's a detective trying to hunt the kid that was half android and half human, but the other thing is that his stuff ended up getting swapped out with this kid. So he's just the unlucky bastard that had to go through these fucking events. And they had to hide the kid's identity. So they end up making it seem like he disappeared. The kid's identity was actually all his shit. So he's like a missing kid, but you know, nobody ever really checks these records because, you know, who's actually going to go check aside from him, you know? So what am I trying to say in all this mess? Okay. What is the movie trying to tell us that I'm trying to tell you? Okay. And that is that we're not special. All right. The one thing that makes us feel special is actually something that everybody else has. So if you're someone that's suffering from main character syndrome, stop it. Stop it right now. You already seen Blade Runner 2049. It cannot go well for you. You're going to end up possibly dying. You're going to get an ambiguous ending, you know, because it's not clear whether Ryan Gosling dies in the movie. But, you know, you can probably think that. If you don't want to have an ambiguous ending, you might as well just stop now. Stop while you're ahead. You are a background character tied to main character events, whoever the main character is, you know, and it sucks to know that. But, you know, once you're like me who just accepts that, life is a little less dull. Okay. You can have random little events, you know, you don't have to worry about character development or, you know, main conflicts or enemies. You just live your life, you know, and that's the best part of being a background character. So with all of that said, what are your guys' thoughts on all of this? What are your thoughts on Blade Runner 2049? Did you agree or disagree with the bullshit that I tried to feed you? Let me know in the comments below. This is Stupid Takes. Good night and goodbye.